Hello, I want to welcome everybody to the Fit Pro Business Podcast. Today, I have the great luxury of interviewing Mr. David Pitt. He's been in the fitness industry for 15 years, I believe. Is that correct, David?
Long time, man. That's right. Well, a little over now, since 2002.
That is a long
16
time.
years now.
Yes.
It's a long time.
And you've ran the gamut as far as what you've done in the industry. I mean, you've gone from starting in 2002 to working in a big box gym to also having your own facility, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So you really have skills that are relatable to business owners at all levels of what they may be doing.
Yeah, I think so. I think, that just kind of comes with the experience. And if nothing else, I don't know if I'm necessarily any smarter than anyone else, but I've been doing it long enough to where, I've been able to learn from some mistakes, and I've been able to speak to enough people who are doing things right that I've been able to learn from them.
Right.
And now I'm able to help others as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. And currently you are the co-founder of the Off Day Trainer, which is a texting software for personal trainers, fitness business owners who want to use texting to market to their people, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, really, our focus with the Off Day Trainer platform is connecting fit pros to their network. And I say network because, a lot of our users leverage Off Day Trainers specifically for their marketing efforts. And then we have a lot of people who are really more focused on just connecting with their existing clients and members to really just provide that added value via communication and text messaging. So ultimately, my goal and our mission is to help connect fit pros with their network to ultimately, help them grow their business and impact lives.
Right, because ultimately, if you're able to connect with your clientele on a higher level, you're going to increase your retention, which is going to help you.
Absolutely, 100%.
Will you tell the audience a little bit about how you actually came upon the idea of starting Off Day Trainer and what kind of impact it had for you and your business? Because what happens for a lot of personal trainers is we start getting busy managing lots of clientele. We start losing maybe that little personal touch that we're able to provide clients that give them additional results. So can you tell the audience a little bit about your story and how Off Day Trainer texting impacted the way that you're able to manage your clientele?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So like you said, I've been training for a long time, and I started off in a big box gym just training, and I worked my way up to a management position at that club where I was managing a team of 20 trainers for almost a decade. And during that time, I really obsessed over what it was that allowed me to generate incredible results for my clients. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, why was I unable to deliver similar results for certain clients, right? So I had a group of clients who made me feel like I was the best trainer on earth. And then, to humble me a little bit, I had those clients who I couldn't get 10 pounds off of for the life of me. And I would obsess over these two types of individuals. And I wanted to be able to help anybody and everybody. So I would obsess over, the psychology behind, client behavior and how I was speaking to people. And I really started studying, everything I could that might help me deliver results for everybody. And what I learned was the clients who were incredibly successful were the clients who were doing what I asked them to do when I wasn't around. So the other 23 hours of the day, they were remaining disciplined. The 4 or 5 days of the week where they weren't coming to meet with me, they were still working out on their own, doing the workouts I asked them to do, eating right, hydrating well, recovering, sleeping, and so on and so forth. And the clients who I couldn't generate results for were the ones who weren't doing the workouts on their off days. They were going home and eating like crap when I wasn't around. They were drinking alcohol every weekend, and they couldn't get past those bad habits that put them in the position that they were in that made them feel like they wanted to get healthy and fit. So with that kind of came an aha moment for me. I started thinking, if I could find a way to just better connect with my clients outside of the session, I might be onto something here, right? Because everybody, whether they got results with me or not, everybody did what they were supposed to when they were with me. So it really came down to what are you doing when you're not with me, right? So I started just obsessing over what my clients were doing when they weren't with me. And I was looking for any and every way that I possibly could to connect with my clients, to deliver more motivation and accountability, to keep them disciplined and progressing towards their goals. And the long story short here is the only platform, the only form of communication that was really efficient for all of my clients was text messaging, right? So if I sent somebody a text, it didn't matter where they were, it didn't matter when I sent it, they saw my message. And that's not the case with anything else, with email or social media, or, I would even have clients who wouldn't answer the phone when I would call them, right? But if I texted them, they'd say, I'll call you back in 5 minutes, I'm busy, right? So I really just started obsessing over the text messaging communication platform. And I was texting my clients, links to healthy recipes I found online. I would record videos and send them text messages of some motivational messaging or a workout, challenge that I put together for that day or whatever it might be. It didn't matter. What mattered to me was that I was texting them because I knew if I sent a text, they saw it. So I really started feeling like I was onto something when I learned how to text them. Because a generic motivational quote is one thing, but if I can wake you up first thing in the morning and remind you of your goal and why it's important to you, now I could influence your behavior with a simple freaking text message. And that was game changing for me. And it was game changing for my clients. So I started texting everybody I worked with as often as I could. And I became known as the results guy in my area here in San Luis Obispo County. And, eventually that led to me opening up a studio and training clients and having access to more people, right? So now when I try to deliver this same level of communication to the masses, it was really challenging, and anyone who owns a studio understands what I'm talking about. We have a lot of things to do outside of just training our clients. So part of me felt like because I wasn't delivering the same level of communication with the masses that I did when I had fewer clients, I felt like I was a crappier trainer, for lack of better words there. I just didn't feel like I was delivering the same value to 100 people as I could to 10. You know what I mean? And when I got into this industry, I always said that I wanted to treat every single one of my clients like they were my only client. You know what I mean? Like if I had one client, what type of attention would I give them? What type of programming, what kind of energy and accountability would I provide? And that's always been my obsession. And I think that's, why I've been able to achieve a certain level of success, because I've always approached my clientele with that mindset. And so it really bothered me when I was unable to do that when I had my studio. So I started looking for, solutions. The thing with my texting program, or the way I was manually texting, was it didn't allow me to scale. As I grew my business, this kind of started falling behind. So I was looking for a way to scale the way I was texting. And there was nothing available in the market. There was nothing that did for me what I needed it to do. And the irony in my situation was that one of my longtime clients happened to be a very successful business owner and entrepreneur. And he, at the time, was running a text messaging software company, helping small businesses around the country text their customers. Mm-hmm. And when I learned about that model, it really intrigued me because I had the challenges of being unable to communicate via text to the masses. So I pitched him an idea that I had, and one thing led to another. We ended up partnering up, and we ended up creating Off Day Trainer, which is a patented technology. And it is the only text messaging system in the world that is smart enough to recognize each of your clients by status, by goal, by name, by, preferences. So we can really automate and personalize the messaging in which you're delivering to your clients, which I believe is the differentiator. I think that's what makes Off Day Trainer unique. And I think it's what makes us better than everyone else, humbly stated there, just because nobody else focuses on that personalization. And with the other programs, in order to deliver that personalization, you need to create a ton of messaging. It doesn't really simplify your life. And I needed a way to simplify. I wanted more time freedom in my life. You know, I didn't want more work. But I also wanted to create more impact, and I wanted to make more money. So we needed to develop technology that was smart enough to do that for us. And that's what we've done with Off Day Trainer.
That's awesome. Well, ultimately, as a fitness business owner, you're trying to systematize your business and maximize your time for the most impact. And that's one of the things that Off Day Trainer really allows you to do, really allows you to provide additional service to your clientele. I can vouch for this because I've been with Off Day Trainer for a little less than a month. So this is my plug for Off Day Trainer. But my clients' response has been amazing. Like, they're coming to me, they're replying to emails because they're feeling that that's that personal touch. And they're replying to text messages, as well as it's conversational starters once they come into the studio, so we can talk about what was texted them, or there was one text this last week, what's in your pantry that shouldn't be there, basically was the gist of the text. And, get rid of 4 things that shouldn't be in your pantry. So I got tons of response from that because it was interactive. They were to text me back on what shouldn't be there. So that's some of the things I'm really enjoying about Off Day Trainer, as well as the marketing aspect of bringing in new clientele, because it does a lot of the legwork for you. Example of this, last week, I just signed up 4 new people from one person that signed up for the text messaging option for my studio. So that in itself that was automated. And that's what's huge for me as a fitness business owner on building my business and automating some of my marketing. So can you talk a little bit about some of the other things that Off Day Trainer is capable of doing, like bringing in leads, and how it's all systematized and automated for the personal trainer or fitness business owner?
Yeah, of course. So we've really focused on business best practices with our automation. So we've done the research, we've done the case studies, and fortunately for me, living here in San Luis Obispo, I have access to multiple gyms and facilities that allow me to go into there and leverage their team and their members and their clients to really run some significant case studies that allow me to capture the data that I need in order to develop the system, optimally. So what we've done is we've identified, how to capture the attention of somebody who might be interested in your services, right? And we've identified, once you have somebody's attention, when should you connect with them? And what should that message say? And then where do you go from there, right? And we've really developed this client onboarding experience that allows us to engage prospects or new leads in a way that's going to put you in the best position to get them in front of you and ultimately sell them your services. So the way Off Day Trainer works, we just launched our newest feature, which is we provide all of our users with a landing page that they could customize specifically for their business. So if you're running an ad or on Facebook or promoting your services on Instagram or whatever it might be with the online marketing realm, you drive traffic to the landing page that Off Day Trainer provides you with. And it's all customized to your brand, to your programs. And the call to action, what the objective of that landing page is to simply collect that individual's phone number. So if I'm interested in your 6-week challenge program and I go to your landing page and it looks awesome, I'm going to put my phone number down on the form and I'm going to hit submit. And as soon as I do that, what that does is it triggers the automated opt-in response of Off Day Trainer. So it opts me into your text program, and then it sends me automated messages based on business best practices. So we know you have a very small window in which you need to communicate with me to get me excited about the next step. So our system will automatically send that text message welcoming me to your program and asking me to submit a questionnaire that's going to allow you to identify who I am and how you can help me, right? Standard questionnaire type of information, like what are my goals, what's my exercise history, injuries, availability, etc. Once I submit that information, the system is able to send me a personalized message now because it knows who I am. It knows who it's speaking with. And then from there, it sends me a personalized message asking me to submit a consultation. So it might say something like, thanks, David. This looks awesome. You're a perfect fit for our challenge. Go ahead and schedule our free consultation here so we can talk about how we're going to crush these goals, right? And then I have access to the availability that our trainers put into the back end of the system. So maybe I see that you, Andy, are available to meet with me Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to noon. I could go ahead and schedule Monday for 10 a.m. and confirm that appointment. And this whole process is automated, and it's happening with every lead your business acquires. So no prospects are slipping through the cracks. And when you understand the significance and the power of the follow-up process and how effective having a system that automates this process is for you, then you'll realize that it's game changing, right? Because over 90% of sales come through the follow-up process. People don't buy the first time they hear from you. So you have to have a really innovative follow-up system that's going to help you engage and connect with your prospects on a personal level. And that's exactly what we've created with Off Day Trainer.
Right. And on top of that, if they don't opt out, if they say they don't sign up for a consultation and they don't opt out of your texting message, they're still receiving text messages from you on a regular basis. So, and if they don't opt out, then you're in front of mind awareness, which is going to make them more likely to want to do business with you when the timing's right.
Absolutely, man. It's just another avenue for you to deliver value to people who aren't currently, paying customers. Right. So we have, that's what we use social media. Our industry is so great at showcasing our services and delivering value to people on social media. I think that's why so many people love it. But with a text message, it just gives you a more personalized way of doing that, right? So if you're maybe I'm a prospect and I never followed up and scheduled that consultation, but you're still sending me, little tips and tricks on how to achieve my health and fitness goals. Maybe you're debunking, certain myths in the industry to educate me and all of this stuff. I could see a ton of value in that. And if I'm getting messages from you that I see value in, what's going to happen is one of these days I'm going to reply to your text and I'm going to say, Andy, I love your freaking text messages, dude. Do you have room on your schedule? I'd love to work with you.
Right. Yeah, that's huge, especially just like I said, that front of mind awareness, staying in front of that prospect with multiple touches, and eventually when the timing's right, then they're going to want to do business with you. So from just even, last month, I'm sitting there texting my clients, spending, an hour or two a day, trying to follow up with prospects or, trying to get clients back that haven't been in a long time. That's another avenue that Off Day Trainer can do for you as well. It tracks with your prospects or previous clients, and you can go in and send one message to previous clients as well as to prospects to try to reactivate them.
Yeah, that's right. And again, like everything that we developed in the system, that algorithm is based on business best practices, right? So what we did is we really looked at, okay, what is a trainer's network? A network consists of your potential clients, your current clients, and your former clients. And we really went to the drawing board and we said, okay, how do we engage prospects, potential clients, in order to put them into the best position to just sign up for our services? And then we had the same mentality with the active clients. What's the goal here? The goal is to deliver results and a client experience that's going to keep them with us for life, right? So how do we do that? And that is motivation and accountability and really just delivering value outside of the session. And then we went to the former client demographic and we said, okay, when somebody stops working out with us for whatever reason, the last thing we want to do is give them a high five and say, have a nice life, right? The best thing we should do is to stay in touch with them, to randomly, send text messages showing them that you care about their overall well-being, and even take it as far as continuing to provide value to them, continue to educate them and really stay top of mind, right? So if we stopped working out together 3 months ago and I send you a text that says, hey, Andy, I hope you're maintaining your health and fitness goals. Just wanted to see how you're doing. Next time you're in the area, stop by and say hello. Like, there's no hidden agenda there. That's just me saying, hey, man, I care about you and I hope you're doing great. Stop by and say hi. And as a person, we appreciate those types of things. And then maybe a month goes by and now I send you another text message that's promoting, this special open house where I'm launching the biggest discounts on personal training of the year. And I'm asking you if yourself or anyone might be interested. And if not, that's cool too. Just come by and have some free food and drinks on us, right? Like these are the types of things that we need to do, that every trainer and gym owner should be doing in the country. They should be staying in contact with every person they've ever worked with, because this is what I call your low-hanging fruit. These are the people who already know, like, and trust you. So how much easier is it to re-engage and reconnect with your former clients opposed to trying to find some complete stranger and educating them and convincing them that you have their best interest at heart and that you want to help them and that you're capable of helping them and that you're a unique solution to their problem. Like, right? It's so much easier to go to the people who already know, like, and trust you and just stay connected and demonstrate how much you care about them and that you're here to help at any time. So what happens when we send those type of messages to the former clientele, more times than not, they reply with something like, hey, Andy, I've been meaning to text you for weeks. I gained 10 pounds. I need your help. Do you have room on your schedule? Right? And that's the idea, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so ultimately, Off-Day Trainer has a three-pronged approach: your existing clients, your prospects, and your previous clients. And it has a way of engaging each and every one of them to help you drive in additional revenue. Plus, you have the option of sending out one text message if you're doing a promo to your entire list. So that can drive additional revenues if you need to. So Off-Day Trainer, like I said, I wish I would have done it a long time ago. I don't know why I did not, but I'm glad that I'm utilizing it for my business now.
I appreciate that, man. And my team and myself, we are here to help you every step of the way. And the way I am with you, the way I am with all of our customers and my team as well, my support team, I make them 100% available to our people because, we know that we're not successful if you're not successful. So we focus more on your perspective of the system than our own, right? And then it even goes down to your clients. We obsess over what your clients think of the system because we know if they love it, you'll love it. And if you love it, we're all happy, right? It's a win-win for everybody.
That's right. Also, the thing with text message, it's like if somebody gets a text message, they're going to open it. So the open rate, in comparison with, like, say, email or even Facebook Messenger is extremely high. And that's, from a marketing perspective, that's what we all want, somebody to open our message.
Yeah, that's right. I think when it comes down to it, the real objective of any advertising or marketing campaign is to figure out how to get your message in front of your potential client, right? And when you understand the data behind, read rates, then it becomes a no-brainer that text messaging is your ideal solution, right? And I'm seeing a shift in the industry because I've been doing this for about 3.5 years. And, I talk to hundreds of fit pros each year. And the most savvy, innovative individuals are the ones who are running ads on social media, and they're driving people to their landing page, and they're collecting an email address. And I go, oh, everything was good until that point, right? Not that there's anything wrong with collecting an email address. I collect an email address too. However, it's so important because the big hiccup is they'll collect an email address and they'll just leave it at that. Or I'll see them collect an email address and a phone number. And if they're really savvy, they'll have an automated drip marketing campaign attached to their email address. So if I give you my email address, I'm going to receive an automated email, 5 minutes later or whatever you have those set to. And I'm going to get a series of emails over the next week or two. But you're not doing anything with the phone number through automation. You have the phone number there as like a backup. So, maybe I'll call them if they don't reply to my emails, or maybe I'll text them if they don't reply to my emails. And the email read rate for our industry is 22.5%. So most people that give you an email who are genuinely interested in your services just aren't going to see your email, which is absurd to me. So there's a massive, massive, massive amount of people falling through the cracks with your email campaigns.
Right.
So what we've done is we said, let's take their phone number from that landing page. And as soon as I get your phone number, I'm actually going to do something with it in our automation. I'm going to text them right away because I know we have to, so that we can, get them while they're hot. Right? So I send them a text. I know they're going to see it because 98% of text messages are read in 5 minutes or less. Right? So now I send that text message, it gets looked at, and then I can do whatever I want. So now it just becomes, what do you send, right? What does that message say that's going to entice the person to take the next step? And that's what Off Day Trainer's whole automation is built upon, is those best practices.
Right, absolutely. Well, when I try to explain marketing to other fit pros, it's like, it's just another tool. Email's great, Facebook is great, Instagram is great, but these are all tools. And like a fisherman, if you only have one fishing pole in the water, you're only going to catch one fish at a time. But if you have multiple fishing poles in the water, through different marketing avenues, then you're going to be bringing in leads from all sorts of areas, not just one. So it really broadens your horizons in regards to the amount of leads that you can receive.
Yeah, I love that analogy, man. And real quick, I know we don't have much time here. I want to share a story with you to really kind of demonstrate the power of text messaging. So I'm not sure if you know, but Todd Durkin and I have been working together for a few years. He's a good friend of mine now. And the first time I ever went to one of his events, it was a mastermind event for his mastermind group. So he had about 200 trainers at this event, gym owners, fit pros of every type in the audience. And he used our text messaging program. He used Off Day Trainer to engage and connect with his trainers while they were at the event. So he was basically pushing out the itinerary via text. And he would put some random text messages in there, hey guys, rise and shine, wakey, wakey, like he does, right? And he would tell you where he wants you for the workout, where he wants you for the first session, what's happening for lunch, the whole agenda. Well, we did a giveaway for that event where we were going to give one person at the event a $500 cash prize. And what we did is we set up the messaging to where right before I went on stage and presented on the last day, we had it set up to where the text message was going to announce the winner, right? So one person of the 200 trainers there was going to receive a text that says, congratulations, you're the winner of a $500 cash giveaway. And then everyone else there was going to receive a text that says, sorry, you're not our winner, but there are no losers, grab an Off Day Trainer t-shirt in the back, right? Whatever it might be. So we set that up. And Durkin's on stage. He's got everyone's undivided attention. These people traveled all across the country to come hear him speak, to learn from him. And our text message goes out. And right before I nudge my partner, I'm like, watch this. This is going to be dope. So I nudge him, and sure enough, the text message goes off. You actually heard a couple of the text messages in the audience, but everyone starts shuffling kind of while Todd's speaking, and you see a couple of people like sneaking a peek under the table to look at their phone. And I go, oh my gosh, this was perfect. So Durkin announces us. We go up on stage, and I lead with, I say, hey guys, let's get right to the fun stuff. First and foremost, let's announce, this $500 cash prize winner. And I said, raise your hand if you know whether or not you won the money. And damn near every hand in the room went up. And I go, wow, look around, right? And I go, raise your hand if you're the winner. And before I ever met the dude, he's a good friend now, but Vito Lafata was our random winner of Beachbody, one of the top Beachbody coaches in the country. And he stands up, and Trina Gray and all their friends start high-fiving and celebrating. And as soon as the room calmed down, I go, look, guys. And I explained to them that I understand that they all traveled, they all invested a lot of time and money. They left their families to come and to the event and learn from Todd and hear him speak. And I said, I sent you a text message while he was on stage. And just for a moment, I distracted you and I captured your attention. I got you to read my text. I said, it doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, or when I send the text message. If I send it, you're going to see it. And I just proved that to you today. So I said, what better way to engage and connect with your network than text messaging? And I don't care if it's texting prospects to explain to them how you might be able to be the unique solution to their problem. I don't care if you're trying to remind your client who can't eat right for the life of him. Maybe you set up text messages to go out before breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day to that guy to remind him to make a better health, diet decision. Whatever it might be, the power of text messaging is real and it's undeniable. So, take the time to really understand that it's the only spot in the world that you can text somebody and they're going to see it. So what do you say? And and that just kind of, I felt like every single person in the room signed up. And this was before we really did our big launch. This was the announcement of our soft launch. So that's when we opened up Off Day Trainer for the first time to those 200 trainers. And the rest is history, man. But I like sharing that story because it really demonstrates what I like to call disruptive marketing.
Absolutely.
Right? So if I send you a text, I can disrupt your attention briefly to get you to look at what I want you to look at. And that's powerful, man. That is really, really powerful.
Now, just covered so much good information about Off Day Trainer and how fitness business owners can utilize it to help grow their businesses. How can my audience learn more about, signing up with Off Day Trainer, or, what they have to do in order to move forward with learning more?
Yeah, if anyone wants to either sign up or just look at some options, I've set up a special link, a special bonus for your audience where we're giving away all kinds of cool promos, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if anyone wants to check that out, just go to offdaytrainer.com, and it's /David, my first name. It's my private link. You sign up here, you're going to get all kinds of bonuses. And then, if you just want more, if that doesn't give you all the information you need, of course, you can just go to offdaytrainer.com. There's tons of information there. But the link I gave you, the offdaytrainer.com/David, that's a landing page where it's, it really just highlights the bonuses, but it doesn't tell you everything about the system. If you're looking for a deep dive of the system, just go to offdaytrainer.com. Or anyone could reach out to me directly, man. I'd be happy to connect with them on Facebook. Just search Off Day Trainer on Instagram, or even, you could email me or text me too.
Awesome. And definitely I'll include all of those links in the show notes once I put this live on the Fit Pro Business blog. So David, I want to thank you for your time and all the valuable information that you've dropped on the Fit Pro Business audience. So I appreciate you.
Andy, it's my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
All right. We'll chat with you soon.
All right, brother.